Whatever, Timmers here. Now, if you guys don't know, a couple of years ago, it was announced that Mel Gibson will be doing a sequel to his iconic highest grossing R-rated film Passion of the Christ. Now, obviously, a couple of months ago, it was announced that shooting will begin sometime in January, but looks like there's some new details surrounding it. According to World of Real, the IMDb page for the upcoming Passion of the Christ sequel currently lists the title as The Passion of the Christ Resurrection Part 1, thus implying a Part 2 and potentially more than that is coming and will be released at a later date. Jim Caviezel, who stars as Jesus in The Passion of the Christ and is returning for the sequel, previously hinted that The Passion of the Christ Resurrection could be divided up into multiple films during an interview posted on Miles Orozco's YouTube page in July. Of course, he was being interviewed for Sound of Freedom. Uh, what Caviezel ended up saying. Gibson is working on that right now. He's doing a movie with Mark Wahlberg, so he's finishing that. But he's been on this for a long, long time. He said it's it will be the biggest film in history. It might be two films, could be three, but I think it's two. Now, now, of course, the Passion of the Christ sequel has been in development all the way back in 2016, which is still supposed to be titled The Passion of the Christ Resurrection, will once again be directed by Gibson. Mel Gibson is also co-writing the project, which will focus on the events surrounding the resurrection of Jesus. Um, Now we also got Randy Wallace is also writing the script as well. The IMDb page's description for Passion of the Christ Resurrection reads this. A sequel to The Passion of the Christ focuses on the events that occur 3 days between the crucifixion and the resurrection when Jesus Christ descended to Abraham's bosom to preach and resurrect Old Testament saints. I mean, to be honest, I'm still wondering how they're gonna really do this. Like, the last Passion of the Christ from 2004, which was of course controversial at the time. South Park, you poke fun at that. And it was of course one of the highest grossing R-rated movies of all time until Deadpool got released, and Deadpool poked fun at that as well. But that really ended perfectly. Like, how do you somehow do a sequel to that? Is he getting resurrected here? I don't know. Of course, having Jim Caviezel starring, that's gonna be interesting. I know he was like, there's been other actors who portrayed Jesus Christ over the years, where you talk about William Dafoe. Uh, but I gotta say, Jim Caviezel is maybe the best one to play, like one of the better actors to play Jesus. So I think it's gonna be cool to see him coming back. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how they're gonna tackle this. And like multiple parts, it's gonna be interesting to see what they're planning to do here. Now, production is filming is reportedly scheduled to begin in January. Obviously, the SAG strike's still happening. Things could change there unless they get like an agreement, I guess. But hopefully, it'll come to fruition. But we'll see. Anyway, let me leave you guys. What are your thoughts on the Passion of the Christ sequel, the Passion of the Christ Resurrection, getting multiple parts? Are you even interested in seeing a new Passion of the Christ sequel? Do you think it being split up into multiple parts is an interesting way to go here? And were you ever into the Passion of the Christ? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Simon Sire.